We got you. Welcome, everybody. Season 2, episode 20 of the 33 Lounge. JR, say hello to the people.
Hello to the people.
So how's it feel?
Weird.
Being on video for the first time in over a year. Tried to get you to do this a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, you wanted to go live.
Well, it doesn't matter, either or.
Now here we are. And you're concerned that the camera has now added 50 pounds.
Well, listen, we've been at this for 2 hours almost.
We have. And the reason why the crickets were playing is because we could not get the intro music to sound properly.
Yeah, for some reason, the audio file when we play on this program with the noise cancellation filter to kill the background noise.
Which took us forever to figure out.
It destroyed the intro music. So you guys got crickets instead.
Right.
But
I like that you're looking at this instead of the camera when you're... But you don't like the camera over there. We're going to have to figure this out.
Well, yeah, that's why I said we need to... So I'm supposed to just do this the whole time? Like,
yeah, maybe.
You know what I mean? Like, this is why it needs to be, like, there.
I guess it is a little more set up for me to, make eye love with
You're
them.
not supposed to look directly. And see, when I look at you, it's showing the side of my face.
Yeah, that's the grid side.
Well, we're gonna figure this out. This is
good.
The setup's gonna get better.
Yeah.
I mean, basically we're raw dogging this.
Well, we rushed it too. I mean, we didn't rush it.
We didn't rush it.
But, Hainsey beat us.
No, Hainsey beat you. The Hainsey beat you.
It's an us thing.
It's a you thing.
No.
This is a you thing. Because if it was up to me, we would have probably been on video before he even started his podcast.
I mean, we could have. I bought this camera forever ago.
I know. I'm glad to be back. We took last week off.
You took last week off. Don't we?
Oh, now it's not a we thing,
Yeah.
Listen. The sickness has been floating around the workplace.
Yeah, it lit me up at the beginning of January.
Yes. And
I missed the show.
So, well, I'm going to be honest. I could probably come down and did the show.
Yeah.
But on top of not feeling well, like, I didn't sleep all week because I didn't feel well.
Right. Yeah, I think you said you had
I went to bed at 8
2.
o'clock. As soon as I hung up the phone with you, I went to bed.
Yeah.
And I slept for 11 hours.
Fair.
So, like...
You look like shit the next day.
Oh, I still didn't feel good when we went shopping, but like you have to go do your normal routine.
Right.
So like when I start feeling like I'm getting sick,
okay,
like I take the Zicams, the vitamin C's, and I try to like attack it before it gets to me.
I take you for a vitamin D kind of guy. Okay.
Go ahead and hit that. Wah, 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 wah. There's no live studio audience.
Oh, yeah, they're here.
But,
calm down. Calm down.
The world's longest
just
applause.
calm down. Okay.
But anyways, like I try to attack it before, I really didn't get super sick.
Yeah.
But I think... out of all the times I've never listened to my body, like I think that probably was best for me.
To not listen or to listen?
No, to listen.
Oh, okay.
Like if I would have come down to do the podcast, you would have been running the show, buddy.
That's a problem. Even more so now. This is what you figured out to do right here. I don't even know what you did.
Well, we got a lot more in store. We're going to get better at this.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm glad to be back. I didn't want to take the week off, but I absolutely had to.
Right.
There was no way I was going to get through that night.
I've been busy.
You have.
I've been double dipping.
Yeah, you do your brother's podcast.
Yeah. We talked about you on there.
Yeah, I listen. I don't listen.
I know you don't.
I don't listen to any of them.
There's a whole spiel that we're kicking you out of the nation.
That's fine. I can start. I can go on my own.
It's going to be the Spiggity Cave Lounge.
That's fun. I'll take the 33 Lounge with me.
13 Nation.
You can do 13 Nation. I'll take this with me.
You can't take this with you. You can take the old stuff.
No, but guess what I can do?
What?
I can buy one.
You could.
And I have a brand new laptop.
Would you want to sit there and talk by yourself?
I could do it very
I
easily.
mean, I guess it's the same whether I'm here or not, right?
No, I can do it. I mean, to me, doing this is it's just the same.
We're not really kicking you out.
Well,
It was a joke.
Technically, when you talk about like the Godfather of it all,
I guess it would be you, yes.
Yeah, I mean, technically,
yeah.
The Godfather is going to be me.
Just because you
there was a day
when
I called you
based off of 13
and I told
rednecks.
you, I said, you know what, Joe? I think me and you could start a podcast.
Right. That's exactly how you sounded via text when I read it.
Yeah. I mean, I do the Godfather voice when I read text. But yeah, anyways.
Okay.
Lots happened in the 2 weeks.
Right.
I would talk about the Super Bowl, but it wasn't super at all.
Don't you feel nervous right now?
No. I told you, I'm used to this. Anyways.
I feel extremely nervous.
Do you want to stop and
no
take a bump?
Yeah, the Super Bowl. That isn't what I expected.
I don't think it was what anybody expected, but I think what we saw was how good Kansas City actually is when they don't get all the calls.
Well, that and the pressure on Mahomes, I think, was another story of that game.
What's crazy about it is they didn't even blitz. That was just their front four.
Right.
Their front four against their 5 offensive linemen.
It was a very similar strategy that Tampa Bay ran a few years ago against them and won. Obviously, they had Tom Brady at the helm too, but very similar.
So,
Saquon Barkley, man.
I'm
glad he's not with the Giants anymore.
Me too, but I gotta say something. Like they're talking about this crazy year he had.
Yeah.
And there's talks about comparisons with Eric Dickerson and who was the other guy?
Yeah.
Jamal or the single season rushing record.
Yeah. Can't think of it.
You know who they never mention in that?
Walter Payton? I don't know.
No.
I don't know where you're
going. Remember Chris Johnson?
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee Titans?
Yeah.
2,500 all-purpose yards in one season.
Okay.
Like, he never gets talked about in these conversations. Like, he's totally left out of it.
But I feel like that's his only really giant year.
Yeah, but he did that back before they added all these games, too.
Solid point.
And Saquon had 2,500 the entire year, like 2476.
But we don't have a stat guy.
We don't. I don't know. Those numbers may be off. You don't have to.
No, but his attempts, his actual carries was less than whoever it was that has a single season rushing record.
Adrian Peterson, I think, has it.
Yeah, that feels right. Man, we are not a sports podcast, but we are.
I mean, listen. We're doing this in a
former garage
that is now an add-on to your home.
Yeah.
If we get picked up by a studio, I'm sure they would have the stats ready for us.
Or we make our own studio and we have a guy.
I mean, we've talked about this a million times.
Well, we have a backdrop now that we can't really see.
Like, I would buy us that desk I showed you. If we clean this out and made this legit studio, I would literally buy that. And I would show up to work in a suit and tie, and I would talk like a newscaster.
Back to you, JR.
Back to you, JR.
Yeah.
In the world of sports, the Pittsburgh Steelers have...
Why is the sports broadcaster got automatically like Harry Carey?
Harry Carey? Oh, what you talking about, JR? Remember when Will Ferrell used to do that? He just bobbed his head.
Drunk. His whole
the Cubbies are in the series.
It's Eric Dickerson, 2,105 yards.
See, I said Dickerson.
You did,
but I'm saying like Chris Johnson.
Yeah,
never gets mentioned in any of these talks, and he had 2,500 all-purpose yards.
Okay.
I
mean, but anyways, the Super Bowl. It's not what I thought it was gonna shake out to be.
I'm glad went the way it went.
Oh yeah, because everybody hates
Listen,
Kansas City.
somebody needed to step up and punch Kansas City in the face, and
And
Philadelphia
that happened.
did it. And listen,
There's all kinds of stuff about Randy Reed might be on his way out, and Travis Kelce might hang it up, which I think he should. At the beginning of the year, he was a shadow of himself, and then caught fire there in the middle of the year to the end, and then Super Bowl couldn't even catch a ball. Well,
I
he might
mean,
have had a catch, but he
they,
dropped a couple.
well, you're gonna key on the key players. I mean, they're not gonna let Kelsey run all over them because he can and he will.
Maybe.
I think their defensive scheme was pretty much based around pressure on the front floor.
It was beautiful.
I mean, it was.
It was beautiful.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they all hung it up and left because now they know, well, shit, they're on to us.
Right.
I left my parents after the third quarter, like midway through the third.
You denounced your kinship to your parents?
I left during the Super Bowl.
Oh, I sorry.
Jesus. Yeah, the third quarter of life. I left in the middle of the third quarter of life.
I'm out.
I hit, I don't know, whatever.
Did you get that recipe for ricotta pie first?
No, but I got an idea, though.
Oh, I like ideas.
Because remember, we talked about, like, my mom's sausage came from my grandmother, and nobody knows it.
Right.
So there's a website where you can create books, like scrapbooks and stuff.
Okay.
So I'm going to, like, over the course of this year, like when ricotta pie time comes.
Easter.
I'm going to take a picture of the pie, get the recipe, and I'm going to make like a recipe book.
Okay.
With my mom's sauce, with the desserts I like, with the, So it's always there.
My grandmother had
my mom's got one like this.
Like a notebook like this, but it was like index cards in there, and she wrote all the recipes.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to create a book with the ones I like.
Online.
Yeah, and you order it, you pay for it, and it comes to you.
Oh, you like publish it?
Well, essentially, yes. It's one copy though, unless you order more.
Oh, that's pretty
like
spiffy.
you create the cover, you create the index, the pictures, pages.
What's that cost?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I did it once before.
You made a recipe book?
No, it was like a picture book
of.
There's an X. I don't really want to get into it. Like, a birthday thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm going to do that so I have them. Because my mother's recipe book is literally that thick.
Oh, girl, she thick.
Well, it came from my grandmother's, and I think it came from, I don't know.
It's old.
How did we get here?
I don't know.
Super Bowl. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing I really need to say about Super Bowl, but there's stuff I want to get into with the Steelers. Couple rumors floating around.
Well, we're clearing cap space.
We got rid of Preston Smith.
Yep.
We obviously didn't re-sign either quarterback, either running back.
Not yet.
Wait,
all signs are pointing to Fields if one of those two are.
So, I mean, obviously they can't do anything until what, March? Somewhere in March.
March 1st, 14th? I don't remember.
So yeah, I mean, but they're doing a lot of moves, freeing up the space. But there's rumors that the Jets have given Rodgers his
they already told him he's out. He gone.
And everybody thinks the Steelers are his
destination
spot.
Or it's retirement, which I feel like this guy's going to drag it out because he's all about himself.
Well, did you watch Enigma?
No.
Well, watch Enigma.
It shows him doing the ayahuasca, right?
Yeah, it shows like his off-season stuff, all during the season, what he did with his Achilles. I mean, but he says in there that he wants to play until he's like 45.
Is he 42 now? I don't
know. But I'm well, let's talk about the other one. There's another rumor out there that we offered a trade to Jacksonville.
Well, not necessarily offer trade because that'd be not allowed.
Yeah, not allowed yet. But we opened up the talks with Jacksonville about a possible
availability
trade, for Trevor Lawrence. But here's my thing.
Both sides said that didn't happen.
Well, of course.
Right.
Of course they're not.
Right. Right.
When the story broke, it was from inside the Jacksonville organization. Somebody leaked it.
Right. Yeah, some dude that covers golf is the one that put it out there.
Why would there be somebody
Golf
in
and basketball.
Jacksonville Jaguars organization that covers golf?
Well, no. The reporter that posted it on Twitter got the information from.
Well, yeah,
a
but the
leaked source.
information came from inside
Correct. To
the
him.
Jaguars organization.
Yeah, let me break this down for you.
I
Came
know.
from them.
It doesn't matter
Went
who
to
it went to a reporter
And he put it out there.
who covers sports.
But he has nothing to do with football. To his point, when somebody asked him about it, he says, I don't have a dog in this game. So, yeah, it's a source.
There you go.
Right.
But why would you want to sign? I mean, he's got almost a $200 million guaranteed contract.
Yeah, I wouldn't want him. I don't want him.
I mean, listen, I don't get me wrong. I would take Lawrence, but not for $200 million.
Yeah.
I mean, not even close.
Right.
But if you're going to break it down, in fact, you know what? Since we're going to be uploading this to the tubes of you,
The tubes of you.
listen, hey,
Which
listen,
I'm back into the account, baby.
I'm going to talk to the camera now.
Okay.
In the comments, I want you guys to leave a comment. I'm not saying if you had to pick Lawrence or Rodgers, money aside, if that was your only two options, who would you guys take? Because I know who I would take.
Click in the comments below.
Yeah, check the comments.
Yeah. Hit
right
like.
down there.
Hit like and subscribe.
I wish we could.
Isn't that what they say?
Yeah.
Hit like and subscribe.
Oh, yeah. Hit like, subscribe.
Yeah.
Who would you take? If those are the two options.
Lawrence or Rodgers?
Yeah.
I guess Lawrence just based off of age.
So that was my original. That's what I said originally. And then Stephen A. Smith, who I don't always get along with.
But he's a Steelers fan.
He is. Said something that made me change my mind to pick Rodgers.
Okay. Devontae Smith will come with it.
No.
Well, that probably will happen, though.
I mean, it might.
Or my thought is that Aaron Rodgers gets every coach fired and Tomlin will get fired.
I mean.
Is that not Stephen A. Smith's?
No, I mean,
Okay.
that's not what he said.
Okay. I didn't hear what he said, so go ahead.
So when he addressed the Pittsburgh situation with
Yeah.
Rodgers, he said, you know, there's a lot of people that would say, why would you sign a 42-year-old?
Right.
And his response to this whole thing was, let's look at the past history of quarterbacks since Ben. You
Okay.
had Mitch Trubisky,
Yeah.
Mason Rudolph,
Yep.
Kenny Pickett,
Super Bowl winner.
Super Bowl bench,
No, he came out and played a few snaps.
a few snaps. Did he throw the ball?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He was 0 for 1.
Kenny Pickett,
But he has a ring.
Kenny Pickett,
Yeah. Duck.
Duck Hodges, Justin Fields, and
Russ Martin.
Russ Wilson.
Or, yeah. What is because we were watching the Pirates. The Buckets.
Name one of those quarterbacks that's better than Aaron Rodgers right now. So, if you're looking to get better next year and you're looking to win a playoff
But it's
game,
not like Rodgers did anything last year with the Jets. Healthy-ish.
if you're looking, but Rodgers is a better quarterback than Russell.
He's going to be a
Wilson.
Hall of Famer.
He's going to be a Hall of
I
Famer.
know,
He's a
I got
future Super Bowl
Australian.
MVP. He's a past league MVP.
Right. I mean, he has a
He could step in for one season, and I mean, if what it boils down to is the Steelers waiting another year to get a young quarterback in a draft or whatever, I think Rodgers is the way to go. I think we have a better shot of winning a playoff game with Rodgers than we do with Lawrence. Now, I didn't say Fields.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I would sign Fields first.
Okay.
But that wasn't an option. It was just Lawrence or Rodgers.
Right.
And I thought about it. I was like, you know, for the past however many years since Ben's, we've never really had Like Mitch came in for a year, didn't start the next year.
Right.
Kenny came in, started for 3/4 of a year. Then Mason started for a little bit, and then Fields started for a couple games. We've never had a quarterback play the entire year.
No, because that the year with Mason and Duck and injuries.
Nobody started the entire season. We haven't had a quarterback play the entire year.
No.
So if I'm just simply basing this off of next season,
okay,
I would want Rodgers.
I'm okay with that, but you got to give him weapons.
Therein lies the next part of the equation.
And that's a segue.
This is why you
Paul Blart.
This is why you don't sign Lawrence. He's making $200 million.
He's gonna
still have
handcuff
to
you.
I mean, you have to have more than one quarterback on the roster, right?
Bringing in Aaron Rodgers allows you to do what you did with Russ Wilson. You can give him league veteran minimum, and he's still going to get paid from the Jets.
But you can also sign 2 running backs. You can also sign a wide receiver 1 or 2.
Right.
You can also sign a backup.
Right.
You can also fill your gaps on defense.
So if you bring in Aaron Rodgers, is your backup Justin Fields?
I know, because I don't think we're going to be able to resign him.
Then you say Aaron Rodgers is the guy, then we're drafting a QB.
No.
Who is the backup?
I'm going to be honest with you.
Mason Rudolph.
No. I'm going to throw 2 names out there.
Kirk Cousins.
No. I'm going to throw 2 names out there.
I'm listening. Jameis Winston.
He would be one.
Okay.
And then I think we trade for J.J. McCarthy.
That's if the Vikings are going to give Sam Darnold a contract.
So McCarthy's coming off an ACL tear.
Correct.
They've already said they're keeping Daniel Jones.
Are they?
Yeah, they said they're keeping him on the roster.
Ugh.
Which makes me believe either they're signing Darno and giving McCarthy some time off to still recover, or he's maybe the odd man out.
Right.
Because you're not going to keep Daniel Jones if you're keeping McCarthy in.
No.
Are you going to start McCarthy his sophomore year after he tore his ACL?
Nope.
At the beginning? Exactly. So by telling everybody you're keeping Daniel Jones on the roster, immediately tells me that McCarthy's gone.
Or he's third string and doesn't suit up. I get it.
So if you could get something for your third string who's not going to play, your emergency quarterback, somebody's interested in him, you would field those talks.
You would. So for intensive purposes, could be Aaron Rodgers and J.J. McCarthy.
I mean, that's the route I would go. You need a young listen, if there's going to be a future,
you have to have somebody young.
You have to have a franchise quarterback, and you got to bring somebody in young. You can't bring in a Rodgers or a Jameis Winston or
draft a Mason Rudolph in the 3rd round.
Yeah, I mean,
his stats were pretty good in college.
They were.
Yeah.
We had the opportunity to go after Mariota over the course of these last few years, and we never did. We had the opportunity to go after, Cousins, and we never did.
Right.
There was a lot of talk about Jimmy G before he got hurt and banged up.
Right.
Coming, and we didn't chase any of these guys.
No. Because the standard is the standard.
Well, listen, I mean, I'll be honest. Ben probably should have retired 2 years before he did.
He should have retired after he blew out his elbow.
We hung on to Ben, and I think as an organization, we probably owed it to him. He won us 2 Super Bowls, but you can't wait until he's gone to search for his replacement. We should have been looking for his replacement 2 years before he retired.
Is this popped in my head because the Hall of Fame inductions are going to happen, and they announced who was going in. Eli got snubbed. He's not first ballot, which I agree with. Yeah, he won 2 Super Bowls, but he was a meh quarterback in the regular season. Is Ben a first ballot Hall of Fame?
Yes.
I agree.
Because Ben's top 5 all-time passing?
Yeah, he's up there. Yep. And
I mean,
most 500-yard games too.
yeah.
Right.
He's up there
2
on
Super
fourth quarter
Bowls.
comebacks.
Yeah.
I mean, he's on top tier list for a lot of, and that's where I think the difference is between. Yeah, they both won 2 Super Bowls,
Right.
but Ben has been,
And thank you, Eli, for beating the Patriots.
but Ben has been a way more consistent
Yeah.
year-to-year quarterback than Eli.
Right.
So yeah, I think
That's
Ben's
next
first
year.
ballot.
He's available next year for the
He'll
ballot.
be first ballot.
Yeah.
He should be first ballot.
Also next year is the draft in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I guess we're not going to get to go to because
Oh, no. We're going to figure that out. We'll quit. I ain't worried about it.
you know it's that time though, right?
Inventory.
He ain't never going to let us go.
We'll find out.
Find out.
You're a very persuasive individual.
I got to 19th off.
I know. I didn't even ask because it's.
Well, when is the draft? We don't even know the dates.
It's around. It's like the 14th or something.
Yeah,
26th. It's the end of April. It's towards the end of April.
No, we ain't
We'll be fine.
we ain't getting that off.
We'll be fine. Stay tuned to next year. That's super weird to point at a camera and say something.
You know what? I don't know because that's right when we're going to be getting hammered with freight.
We're going to be all right. He gave you the Saturday after this inventory.
Yeah, because nothing's going to change on Saturday.
We'll be getting pounded with freight.
No, it takes a week.
Oh, okay.
Takes a week.
I'll let you know.
We'll get two. We'll get 2.
Because there's a lot of volume at Walgreens.
You know what? We're switching seats.
You don't like being.
Next week, that camera's going right there.
Like,
It's going right there.
is it bugging you that I can look at it whenever I want?
I'm watching you look at it in the computer. It doesn't bother me. Oh, is this the championship game?
No, that would be Thursday.
Oh, we beat them.
Yeah, United States is in the. You're getting off subject. Oh no, you're not either.
Well, I mean, technically, you got off subject first and second.
I do it all the time. It's nothing new. Whether there's a camera here or not, this is what happens.
Okay, well, back to Pittsburgh because there was one more question I wanted to ask you. If you're not going to sign well, they have to at least sign one.
Yes,
but if you're going to address quarterback in the draft, let's just say you could make a trade and pick anybody you wanted. So if there's a quarterback in this draft and the Steelers wanted them, they were going to make it happen, who would you pick?
I wouldn't make a trade to do that. I would hope that Will Howard's there in the second round, and that's where I would take Will Howard.
I don't think Will Howard's lasting to the second round. I'm telling you.
I think
he went head to head against 3 of the top quarterbacks in this class and smoked all 3 of them.
Well, the rumor is that a feller from Bama, Julian, is that his name?
Milroe?
Yeah. He's the one that the Steelers are high on, but you remember when we drafted Kenny Pickett, the rumor was we were high on the feller that went to Tennessee.
Hendon Hooker?
No. Carolina, maybe?
Bryce Young?
No. Yes. Yeah, was it Bryce Young? Might have been. I don't know. We had Tomlin went and had wings with him and all that stuff, and then we drafted Kenny Pickett. Maybe I'm running drafts together. No, that feels right.
That feels right. Bryce Young's
was it Bryce Young?
Sophomore and junior year right now.
I don't know. Maybe it's Bryce Young. Regardless, I don't see trading up for a quarterback in this draft. That's not what they need to address first. Well,
no. You're talking about the kid that went to
I can't remember. You know how
San Fran?
Maybe. I don't know.
Anyways.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I just don't see us trading up to get a quarterback in this draft class.
Well, I don't either. I'm just saying, if there was a quarterback in the draft, who would you go after if you could make any of them happen?
Well, I mean, to me, it'd be a second round pick, Will Howard. That would be.
I'm telling you, he's not lasting to the second round.
I'm hoping that Ibuka is there at our first round pick, but I don't know if he's going to get down to 21st or whatever it is we are. I don't know.
I don't see how. I mean, there's a lot of there's a lot of receivers they think are ahead of him,
and that's fine.
But you can't trust those boards.
You can't.
like just because there's an order of what Mel Kiper feels is your top 5,
Yeah.
when it gets to you, you may pick the 13th guy on the.
I just hope we don't do what we did last year with this wide receiver 2 or 1, however you want to look at it, where you want to put George Pickens. But we drug our feet. We were all in on Ayuk, and that fell apart. And thank God it did because he blew out his knee. But we drug our
They
feet.
wanted way too much.
And then we ended up
I'm not willing to
Right.
leverage the future of this because right now our franchise is up in the air. We got no running back, no quarterback.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of moving parts that need to happen.
So like I'm not willing to hedge the future of this franchise by trading 3 first-round picks for Brandon Ayuk.
Right. No, I'm just saying, like, I don't want to see us drag our feet or put all our eggs in one basket like we seemingly did last year. This year with filling that wide receiver 2 spot or 1, however you want to look at it. But Mike Williams, we didn't use him. I don't even know why we bothered spending the like $5 million
for
on
2 catches.
Well, he had more than 2 catches. His numbers as a whole were pretty good, but we just used him so sporadically. And for as mundane, that's a good word, as our offense is.
Somebody broke out the.
For as mundane as I said it again, is offense is. There can't be an excuse that this guy couldn't figure out the playbook. Why didn't we use him? And it's not he wasn't out on the field that often.
No, they didn't put him out there.
So if we see that again this year, dragging our feet all through the offseason, we don't make these moves.
Well,
we're just gonna be meh.
You have to make the moves because you don't have a quarterback or running back.
Right. And
so you're going to have to be aggressive.
Yeah, and if we give Jalen Warren a contract before Najee, that tells me Najee isn't getting one. What says you?
I feel if the Steelers weren't going to re-sign Najee, they should have traded him at the beginning of last year.
I don't disagree.
Got something for him.
Right, but
draft capital. We can ran a year with Warren.
Yeah.
Ward and Pirine.
Don't get me wrong. What's his name? The rookie fellow couldn't get healthy. Wilson?
Is it Roman Wilson?
Yeah. I'm excited to see this guy out on the field, but I'm still in that he's a slot guy, just like 90% of the receivers on our team. So,
yeah. Scotty Miller.
Right.
Calvin Austin.
I just think we need to get a lockdown wide receiver too. And I guess if Aaron Rodgers is coming here, then Devontae would be in tow.
I mean, that's the way it's played out.
I mean, the Jets are obviously selling off or going to, I should say, and rebuilding their franchise. But so people are going to be available. People are going to get cut.
Think Moses will be available?
Maybe Garrett Wilson. I don't know why you would give that up, though. You'd think you'd want to keep that piece there. But, I mean, there's going to be a lot of change in the Jets land.
Yeah, well, come March, there's going to be a lot of things that need to happen for Pittsburgh to be competitive next year.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's very safe to say that we are officially in like a rebuild.
But it doesn't need to be a full-on rebuild. I mean, they just have to make the right decisions and do them.
I only say it's a rebuild
quickly
because you have no skill positions on offense.
Well, no, because all these guys are up for contracts. Yeah,
not just that. I mean, we talked at length about this last year. Like, I don't see Pickens as a 1.
No, I see him as a 2.
Yeah,
100%.
So we don't have a quarterback.
Could he be a 1?
We don't have a running back. We don't have a wide receiver 1.
No.
So, I mean,
yeah,
battered offensive line.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I would classify this as a rebuild.
I did read that. So it's more than likely that Dan Moore Jr. is probably going to leave because he's available. So I read that that's going to happen, and they're going to move our boy Broderick Jones back over to the left.
Oh, thank God.
So that's supposed to happen.
Well, because that kid we drafted from Washington last year plays right.
Right. So, maybe Broderick Jones will become what he should be. Maybe.
But I think that'll do wonders for his game mentally.
I think so.
First off, and that's a step in the right direction.
Right. But I still feel like we need to have a more mobile quarterback than Russ Wilson back there. Like Justin Fields.
Listen, we don't know what's going on. I mean, they may be in talks with him. But here's the problem with Fields, though. I think his demand is going to be
he's going to be expensive.
Greater.
He's going to be
now
expensive.
in the open market, and the only way he comes back,
he's worth more than a 6th-round pick now.
The only way he comes back to Pittsburgh is if they talk about him being the starter.
Right, and I think there was an article out there of him wanting that if this is going to be what they want to do. I think he wants to be told, "You're our guy." What are you doing?
Well, you should be our guy.
What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything that concerns you.
Okay.
Listen, are we going to be a Super Bowl contender with Fields? I don't know. But just in the sampling that he gave us at the beginning of the year, I think he was getting better at moving the ball with the offense. He's obviously a weapon in the red zone. He didn't turn the ball over. I think he ran a good. I mean, obviously they're gonna if he's gonna be our starter next year, they got to give him a little bit more freedom.
Sure.
They were saying that in the first 3 games he wasn't allowed to audible, which they also did to Russ Wilson.
Right.
Which you can't hamstring your quarterback like that.
Yeah.
I mean, well, Fields, I can understand. The kid's been in the league, 3-4 years? He's been through 3-4 offense coordinators.
Right.
Russ Wilson is a veteran.
Right. And what I read was he had that big coming out game against Cincinnati, 500 and some yards of offense, right? And then I read that they shut it down. Like, hey, you can't be doing that stuff. You can't be audibling these plays, and you need to run the offense we have in front of you. And then what did we see? Losses after losses.
So, I mean, well, maybe we should re-sign Fields or Wilson.
Why? Because Arthur Smith or Mike Tomlin, they're not getting along. There was some kind of breakdown either between Arthur Smith or Tomlin. I know. Shut up. Like, I don't know why I told you shut up. I'm sorry. I don't know. Anyways, there's some kind of breakdown between him and Tomlin or Arthur Smith or both that occurred during the season. There was rumblings that came out. So I don't think Russ Wilson wants to come back, and I don't think the Steelers want him back either. I still don't understand why we never went back to Fields in some kind of starting capacity at any point.
I don't know.
They
essentially when Russ took over, we Mike Williams, Justin Fields.
Yeah. I don't know. And then the times we did put him out there, it was like, why is he out here on third?
Stupid, just to shut the fans up, probably.
3rd and 4 at the 50. Like, why? I mean, you have all this information in front of you that our offense was so much better in the red zone with Justin Fields, yet you didn't use him in packages there. You put him in the game at the 50-yard line.
I don't get it. I don't quite understand what they're.
And then they just made him a running back essentially too.
Yeah, he didn't like throw the ball at all.
No, it's just, I don't know. Again, I don't like Tomlin. I'm not sold on Arthur Smith. He's supposed to be a run guru, and I think our running game, I obviously did it less yards on average than with Canada. How are you a run guru?
Well, I don't think
backwards.
Yeah, I think Canada got.
I mean, you could blame the line too, but still just about the same cast of characters with Canada on that.
No, we didn't have Kenny Pickett.
Well, no, the offensive line.
Offensive line.
In the running game.
Well, no, Canada didn't have Frazier.
Oh yeah, but still, you shouldn't go backwards if you're a run guru.
Oh no, yeah.
Right.
I don't think he's right for the Steelers.
Doesn't feel that way.
Hell, I wouldn't mind bringing Canada back at this stage of the game.
I'd rather see Todd Haley.
Or, well, there you go. Even him.
Or there's, I think it was like some clickbait crap that got put out there by somebody that's a nobody, but somebody said that Ben Roethlisberger will be the next offensive coordinator for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't hate that idea.
I'm at this stage of the game. I wouldn't hate any idea.
Yeah.
Byron Leftwich. I wouldn't care.
It doesn't. I think it still doesn't matter because what it boils down to is
Tomlin.
It's Mike Tomlin's team,
Yes.
right? So I don't think anything's going to change because the standard's the standard, right?
Exactly.
Right. I am impressed we were talking about the Steelers this much after the fact that the NFL games have been well over.
Well, it's going to be like another offseason like last year. We're going to be attached to everybody.
Yeah.
Because we have a million spots to fill.
Yeah. It's worse than last year.
I mean, last year, all we had to do was find a receiver, essentially.
Yeah.
And we were attached to every receiver in the NFL.
Right.
Now we need a quarterback, receiver, and a running back.
Right.
And we're already attached to the biggest free agent, the biggest free agent, and somebody who just signed a 5-year, $200 million contract.
Right. My brother told me today that T. Higgins is expected to be franchise tagged again for another year, and then they're going to work on a contract.
Let him go.
No. So he's not going to be available for us to try to go and get. Ugh.
No, because they're smart.
Yeah. They're trying to win Super Bowls. We're trying to be 9-8.
There's a reason why Juju was so good in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, because he had AB.
Yeah. He's the number 2 guy.
And Ben Roethlisberger.
So T. Higgins is so good in Cincinnati because he has
Joe Burrow,
Chase, and Burrow.
Right.
Like I'm not saying he's not good enough to be a 1. He's obviously good enough.
His downfall is injuries.
Yes.
He gets injured.
Can't stay healthy.
No.
But he is sitting in a perfect, like if I was him, I wouldn't want to go to another team and be a 1.
Nope.
Why?
No reason. No reason. If they can just figure out their defense and get some guys on that defense. Yikes.
Well, I'm going to say this now. If we sign Warren, I think we need to trade for that Brown.
Brown? Oh, Chase Brown.
Chase Brown.
I don't know if they'll want to trade him off.
Yeah, they would.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but that's murky waters trying to make deals inside your own division, you know?
What? I'm sorry.
You staring at the food there?
Yeah.
I said it's murky waters trying to make deals in your own division.
Why? We need a running back. We need a second.
Okay.
I like that kid. He runs hard.
He does. Maybe Nick Chubb.
Scatabo.
Let's bring in Nick Chubb.
Let's bring it. No.
The knees. Yeah.
The knees.
Yeah. Scatabo.
I mean, a healthy Nick Chubb before his knees turned into Play-Doh. Yeah. Yeah, I'd take that every day.
Yeah. Yeah, Scatabo. I mean, that's not a bad guy to go get in the draft.
No, I think because of, and I mean, let's be honest, everybody's probably else is thinking this. I think because of him being a lighter skin color, that he's not going to go high in the draft.
I don't.
Did you see what they did to Blankenship and Cooper DeShawn at the?
Oh, they call them the
Great Whites.
The Great Whites. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't think that way, so I don't see that.
I don't either.
Talent, you know.
It is 100%. I don't think that way either, but you know they do.
Some people do.
I mean, they even talked about it at the draft.
The infamous they. They talk about that at the draft?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
White boy ran that fast?
Who said that?
Chad Ochocinco.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a lot.
And then I believe Michael Irvin chimed in with, white boy was moving.
Jeez. They're on national TV.
Yeah, they don't care.
Podcast in Podunk, Ohio.
Well, I'm not from here.
You're not from Ohio?
No, I'm not from Podunk, Ohio.
You're not from the Valley?
Well, I'm not from Mingo.
Okay.
From Steubenville, bitch.
The hard streets of Steubenville.
I'm not proud of it.
You grew up on the top of the hill. You were downtown. 4th Street and Slack.
Moving on.
Or well, Oregon Avenue. That's uptown.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of.
Yeah.
It's on the outskirts. I get it.
Yeah, really. I mean, when I was growing up, it really started at like Kroger's.
I see that.
It's kind of coming closer up the hill now,
Yeah.
but I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think we can. I mean, we're not going to really. It's all speculation until March.
Right.
So expect us to be tied to 32 and a half other quarterbacks.
And we will bring them all up.
47 running
Well, I
backs.
will. That was my thing last year. Every rumor was texting.
I know, and it got sickening.
Then I stopped, and then you started.
Well, yeah, I was doing it on purpose.
You're a nice person.
Yeah, look at that. See that in the background? Where is that? Is it right there?
Yeah, right there.
Right there.
Yeah, Paul Skeen's right there. Oh, right there. Right.
All right, what do you got next on the docket?
It's on that 3 right there. Right there.
What's
USA and Canada? Or you wait, real quick, let's get these things I always wrote down. The Pirates. We brought in Spencer Horwitz for first base, right?
He's hurt.
He's hurt. Out 6 to 8 weeks at least. Surgery on his wrist. Said it was a chronic.
Yeah, but they knew he was getting surgery before they.
No. Listen out, Ben Charrington. What'd you call him? I don't remember. But
Cher Bennington.
I don't remember. But he spun it. He said, yes, we were aware of a chronic injury, but he re-aggravated it, and it's a new injury on the same wrist. So he's left-handed. He bats left-handed. His right hand is on the bottom. Yeah, that's your power hand. So even if it is healed and he's able to start swinging the bat in 6 to 8 weeks, he's not going to get his swing back for 4 to 6 months.
What are we talking about? We're talking about the Pirates.
I know, but here's the problem. He's supposed to be our first baseman. Now we don't have one.
We're talking about the Pirates.
Yeah, I know. I get it. We just got done talking about another shit organization, the Steelers.
Guess what?
What?
The third organization in Pittsburgh is becoming shit.
No, we've already talked about this. They're all ran like businesses now. Anyways, it just makes me angry. Like, how are you doing that? How are you deciding, yeah, we'll bring this guy, and then you try to spin it like, oh, yeah, we knew about it, but this was a new.
Well, I knew they knew about it because they talked about it. I saw.
We
this
gave up a starting.
I didn't know he was getting surgery.
Yeah,
but
we gave up a starting pitcher for this guy.
Who did we give up for him?
Luis
Ortiz.
If you knew that there was an injury issue and there's possibility of a surgery needing to happen,
they should have
dumbed down that deal. Okay, we'll take
compensation.
Right, but you're not getting him. You're going to get this person or however that looked. We gave up way too much for this deal. Again, I get it. It's the Pirates. Anyways, moving on. USA and Canada. They played the other night. USA won 3-1.
But that's not the story I want to talk about.
That is not the story you want to talk about. What is the story you want to talk about?
I want to talk about how Canada booed our national anthem.
Not once, but twice. They booed in the other game that the Americans had. But, yeah, this one was in Canada versus Canada. And, yes, they booed.
And what happened to them?
So there was 3 fights in the first 9 seconds of the game.
3 fights. You know what? I'm kind of shocked they let them fight in this. I kind of thought this was going to be like, okay, no, we're not going to do this.
I appreciate you brought that up. So you look at the NFL. Their All-Star weekend, week, whatever, is trash, right?
Well, yeah, they were talking about this on ESPN.
Flag football. You look at Major League Baseball, it's kind of a joke too.
Basketball's
a joke. The NHL this year has decided to do this 4-nation face-off thing.
Instead of the All-Star game.
It's brilliant. It's exciting. And these guys aren't playing soft at all.
No.
Which is a worry because you don't want guys get hurt, but this is fantastic. And now you have USA. I mean, everybody's wrapped up in all this political stuff and all the tariffs and all that. And I guess I can somewhat understand Canada taking that approach.
Listen.
The members of Canada, I don't know, the
Canadians.
Canadians, thank you. And booing, but it's still ignorant. That's ignorant.
Well, let's be honest here. Okay. Canada's our neighbor to the north.
Yes. Soon to be 51st state, some people say.
That's just so.
And thus the booze.
But it's not like Canada is a superpower in anything.
No. They're at the mercy of us.
Yeah, we don't need Canada needs us. We don't need Canada.
I mean, it is called North America. We don't have any listeners in Canada yet.
It wouldn't bother me if we did.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, wait. CSPSN. But that's located in
Dearborn, Michigan.
Man.
I mean,
Canada can't even get that right.
Listen, the tariffs are only there to bring new deals to the table.
Yes.
That's it.
That's it.
It's a bargaining chip.
Right.
Quit crying about it.
Booing somebody else's national anthem.
Understand what you're talking about before you get into these conversations.
Right. So the most impressive, I know three fights in the first 9 seconds, all that. But the most impressive
not just
thing,
that, they played physical the whole game.
They did, but the most impressive thing is they shut down that juggernaut of an offense that Canada has and beat them 3-1. Obviously, one of those goals was an empty netter. Shout out Jake Gensel, former Penguin, had 2 goals in that game.
He scored twice.
And I don't know if you've seen this, but so teams in the NHL, what they do after their game, they as a team decide who the player of the game was, right? So like the Penguins, I don't know what, it's some kind of helmet this year.
Yeah.
Team USA, they have Johnny Gaudreau, rest in peace, R.I.P. His jersey hanging up in a stall. Well, that's they don the jersey of Johnny Gaudreau for the player of the game. They put it on backwards when they put it on, so it's his name and his number. But that's a nice touch that Team USA is doing for Johnny Gaudreau in his memory. But I mean, I don't know. This is the most exciting All-Star break that I've seen in a long time of all the major sports.
Well, it's the only one that is played anymore.
Well, yeah, but they were doing this 3-on-3 tournament. Thank you, and it was just terrible. I hated it.
Well, did you see what happened in the NBA All-Star game?
No.
Or the All-Star weekend?
No, I know there's nobody famous or no big stars, I should say.
Bailey was in it.
No, that do the dunk contest anymore. It's all these like
G League.
Yeah.
Well, Matt McClung is.
Never heard of her. I don't watch basketball.
Well, I don't either, but he was insanely popular as a high school.
He jumped over a car, I guess.
Jumped over a car and did a reverse.
Is that what he did?
Yeah. I mean, his dunks weren't that impressive, in my opinion.
I think
that's not what I'm talking about.
Second year in a row he won, I think.
Third. But you were talking about, and they mentioned this. I can't remember who mentioned it on ESPN, but he loves the hockey All-Star game.
Okay.
Because even when the NFL had the All-Star or Pro Bowl, nobody played.
Yeah, no, they call Hut, and then all the linemen stand there.
Linemen just stood up.
Play rock, paper, scissors.
There's no defense in the NBA.
No.
In fact, in the skills competition this year, the Spurs team of Victor Wembanyama,
they cheated.
They didn't cheat.
Well, they
got kicked out for not skirting the rules,
right? Because it was a time-based thing, and they just threw the ball.
Yeah, they didn't
instead of shooting it.
They did all the skills until it got to shooting the threes, and they just kind of tossed the balls. Off the rack
because that didn't matter.
But yeah. So I mean, like we got shit like that going on,
right?
In the meantime, hockey. I mean, there's fights.
Yeah.
Listen,
they're hard hitting. Yeah.
The Czechs.
Yeah, they don't mess around.
No. I mean, this is why I love hockey, though.
Right. It's the only sport you can fight and not get penalized. Well, you get penalized, but not eventually thrown out of the game.
Oh, no, boxing is fighting. UFC.
Yeah, I get that, but this isn't fighting. This is a game, and then they're
jiu-jitsu, pancrase,
slap,
power slap.
Is that what it's called?
It's called power slap.
Slap.
Power slap.
Yeah, I watch those clips sometimes on TikTok. It looks like it hurts. And then they get done, their face is all swollen. Just on one side, too. They look like mask, Remember Mask? Whatever that dude's name was.
Corey.
I don't know. He was supposed to play Marty McFly. I don't know. The dude that played Mask was supposed to play Marty McFly. Actually, he did a bunch of scenes they filmed, and then they pulled him and brought in, what's that guy's name?
Michael J. Fox.
Michael J. Fox. Thank you.
Who's the guy that played Mask?
I'm trying to remember his name. He's a redheaded fellow. I don't remember. He was in Butterfly Effect. He was the father of that girl, and he was touching those kids. I can't think of his name.
I can't.
It's not important.
It's not. Hey, you're off. You're off.
I'm just saying that's what they look like when they get done. That's what I said.
That's
with the slaps.
All right, Daytona 500.
The Daytona 500.
Now, I'm gonna be honest with you.
What?
I really wanted to watch it.
Okay.
Like I made me and Jesse both made a valiant attempt to try and watch this
yesterday.
And every time I turned it on,
rain delay.
It was a rain delay.
Right.
Turned it on the second time, rain delay.
Mm-hmm.
I turned it on a third time, and I watched like 6 laps.
Yeah.
Rain delay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What time did this thing end?
Like 10-ish, 9:30, 10. It wasn't that bad. There was a race that ended like 1:40 in the morning one time for the 500.
Okay, here's my question.
Yeah.
And I want you to look me in the eye. Where did Patrick Allen Robinson LaJoy finish?
He was up there at the end, but I don't remember where he finished. I had money on him. I did. If he would have won, I would have won $300. One fellow that I did have money on, Cole Custer, he was in second, third at the end there.
Yeah.
And yeah, he got caught up in the wreck, but he would have won me $200 if he won. So there's a big wreck at the end on the last lap, and it seemingly looked like Denny Hamlin was going to win.
No.
And William Byron ended up winning.
Yeah, Byron.
So I won $20. Thanks, Willie B.
You're a degenerate.
But I won $20.
How much did you bet?
$10. $10 on 10 different drivers.
So you won 10.
Essentially.
You didn't win 20.
Okay, I won $10. Whatever. Still won money.
I got $10 for cleaning up my room as a kid.
Okay.
That was the
I got $10 for William Byron winning a race.
That was like early 80s.
I didn't
late
have to lift,
80s.
I didn't have to lift a finger. Well, I had to lift a finger to,
Yeah, but I'm talking late 80s.
Okay.
That's like $100 then.
Oh, Jesus.
$10 now is like 16 cents.
Anyway, so the Daytona 500, William Byron won for the second year in a row, giving Rick Hendrick another.
Yeah,
Daytona
doesn't he
500.
drive the, isn't that the old DuPont car?
Well, now it's Exalta, but same company, yes. Yeah, it's Jeff Gordon's old ride, yep. Yep. What the heck just happened when I looked up? That was a legless, naked woman shuffling across the ground via her arms.
Yeah, the new episode, new
Naked
season
and
of
Afraid?
Naked of Afraid, they have a double amputee.
Crazy. So, yeah, Daytona 500. Trump was there. He
Dude, he did
led.
the pace lap
Yeah.
in
the last time he went, he did that too. So
Really?
that was so that's kind of cool. But it was a very long day trying to get that race in and watch it.
Now, did you stay at your parents' all the time?
No, we ended up leaving. I don't even remember. 3, 4 o'clock. Kind of gave up on it. Plus, Noah was getting like, I'm tired, which really meant I want to come home and play my Oculus.
Yeah.
So as soon as we got home, what did he do? Strap that thing to his face. The Oculus.
Have you seen the new game for the VR?
No.
If we pause,
Yeah.
need to look up the videos for a game called Hard Bullet.
Is that the one you were
Yeah.
showing the videos of? I might have to download that because that looked like it'd be fun. To stab people in the face and throw people and.
You could shove pool sticks up there.
Well, I wouldn't do that. That's weird. I'm not into sodomistic things.
Then you could hammer it in with a trash can lid.
That's aggressive.
I mean, the things you could do on that game are I mean,
I might have to check it out. Not for those reasons, though.
Yeah. So we flew through all the notes we had. Dale Jr.
Yeah, Dale Jr. Dale Jr. And his sister, JR Motorsports, they fielded a car in the Cup Series for the Daytona 500. I've never done that before. They're Xfinity team, right? So they fielded a car. What's that? Chris Stapleton. He was part on it, and his whiskey. I don't think it's called Tennessee whiskey, but maybe it is. But they sponsored the car. Justin Allgaier, who runs Xfinity Series for Dale Jr., who won the Xfinity Series championship last year, ran the car. They didn't make it on time in qualifying. So the way Daytona works is there's qualifying, and the top two are your pole sitters, first and second.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Thursday during speed weeks, they run the duels, and that sets up the rest of the field, odd numbers and even numbers, so inside and outside lanes. So he didn't make it on time because there was several guys trying to make it in on time, and he was not the top one. So he had to race his way in. He had to be the top of the guys that needed to make it.
He got in, though.
He got in. So got in. They ran the race, and guess what? At the end of the race, finished in the top 10. So Dale Jr. was super excited that they finished in the top 10.
What's he part owner in?
Who? Junior?
Yeah.
JR Motorsports.
But that used to be, or he parted ways with what, DE?
Well, he was with DEI as a
DEI.
driver. That was his dad's racing.
Then he went to Childress, right?
No, he went to Hendrick. And then he retired.
And started his own.
Well, no, during this, he had JR Motorsports down in the Xfinity Series, and he still does. Him and his sister run it. Kelly Earnhardt. But
see, I'm close on all these. I know this shit happens.
Yeah,
I just don't know.
Yeah, so they have that team, and they've had several drivers that have come up and they've won Cup championships. Chase Elliott, Brad Keselowski.
Brad Keselowski.
Yeah. But anyways, they've had several guys come through their organization, and they've went to the Cup Series and been not dominant, but good, right? So, and he enjoys doing that, but he wants to get into Cup racing. It's very expensive, and there's a whole thing behind this with charters and this, that, and the other, and they might be getting rid of them. But he was able to do a one-off deal and run the Daytona 500.
You want to talk about an expensive sport?
Okay.
Have you ever seen how expensive Formula One is?
No, yeah, but they pay them drivers like stupid money.
So when I don't pretend to know how much it costs to own a team for F1, but I know how much it costs to go to a race and eat at said race.
Okay.
They had an F1 race in New York.
Yeah.
Corned off the streets. Tickets were going for like $10,000.
That's stupid. That's dumb.
The concession tent.
Well, it's all uppity people, rich people that go to these things.
The big item, like you go to a concession stand.
Hot dog.
You have candy bars, and then you got
Hot dog,
snacks, and then you got a big item like a burger.
Yeah.
Their big item was a lobster roll.
What was it, $50?
If it was $50, I'd have bought two. I'm not even kidding you when I tell you how much the price on this lobster roll was. I'll give you a couple guesses.
Well, just guess one. 50.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you this.
$300.
If 50 is your guess,
yeah,
then your guess is in Columbus, Ohio, and the price of the lobster roll is in Vegas.
$500.
You're getting a little closer.
Up more. $700.
Okay, so I'd say you're about in Oklahoma.
1,000.
You're pretty steaming. You're not into the border yet.
Okay, how much is it? Jesus,
$1,200
for a lobster roll.
I don't want to cuss.
Yeah, well, I think I said the S word.
For a lobster roll.
Yeah.
It was $114 for a cappuccino.
That must be what's that? The one that the the bats eat, and then no.
Oh,
Koopy,
Kopi Luwak.
yeah.
They don't
whatever it
make
is.
that's a coffee. That's not a cap. Well, I mean, I guess you. It's not cappuccino. It's coffee. It's the re-pooped coffee beans.
Where cappuccino doesn't have coffee?
I don't know. Is it the same beans? I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't have
Here,
$114.
but here's my point. You're in fucking New York City.
Yeah.
Why
you
would
just dropped
you?
an F-bomb.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Potty mouth.
Why would you spend $1,200 on a lobster roll when you could have probably just turned around and got $1 slice somewhere?
Yeah. Well, probably not $1, but yeah, I get your point.
I mean, $1,200 for a lobster roll.
But I would assume most of those people there do wipe their asses with a $20 bill.
Listen, that better be the best fucking lobster roll. I mean, it better be like laced with Blue Chew and Viagra.
Double down.
I mean, if I'm spending $1,200 on a lobster roll, something better be happening when we go home. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Makes me never want to go to an F1 race.
Should we try our first official pause in the video world?
You have to piss, don't you?
Probably. Yeah.
Listen, no.
What do you mean no?
I don't want to pause. If you have to go, get up, walk off camera, and go.
That's awkward.
And well, it's going to be. Maybe you shouldn't have a six-pack before we start recording.
Maybe you shouldn't frustrate me.
How was that
Well,
frustrating?
it wasn't you. It was this.
I'm not.
What are you going to do? Sit here and just stare at the camera?
We're going to do a transition pause. Okay? So bear with us. Watch this. This is going to be awesome. Whoop. And we're back.
Look at that. Movie magic.
Movie magic. We learned how to edit.
Wow.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, that's not really.
Please. We get it. All right. Shut up. Thank you. Jesus. These people.
You know,
It's a school night.
it is.
Shut up.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's bad.
Why?
I have to beep the card to do the remote start.
Well, I guess you're beeping the car. I'm used to it. We always do this on a school night.
You don't have to.
Today was President's Day.
Yeah, did they have school today?
No.
Well.
They do tomorrow.
All right, so you said you had something.
Yeah, to talk about.
Okay.
I watched a movie last night.
Oh, wait, let me guess. Name the actor.
Greg Kinnear.
Is it the one with Matt Damon where they're attached at the hip?
No.
Oh,
You want me to name another one?
yeah.
Luke Wilson.
I don't know it.
So it's on Netflix. It's called You Gotta Believe.
Oh, yeah, I seen that on there.
Did you watch it?
No.
Do you know what it's about?
I saw the trailer. I forget.
Okay, so it's about a little league team in
Oh,
Texas
yeah.
from 2002 that went to the Little League World Series,
Yes.
and they were doo-doo in just regular rec play, right?
Yeah.
You know who makes an appearance in this movie? The Great Hambino.
Catcher from
Sandlot. Yeah. So he talks in Greg Kinnear sending his team to play because nobody wants to go because they're going to face all these high-octane teams, right?
Yeah.
So
Like Japan or Mexico. Remember when Mexico had that like 7-foot pitcher?
yeah.
Okay.
So he trying to talk him into it. He turns it down, whatever. But Luke Wilson is an assistant coach, and his boy plays on the team and everything like that, his character. Well, he finds out he has cancer. Melanoma, but he's got a tumor in his brain, and they start chemo, and then they decide they're going to go into this Little League World Series for him, and His wife, seamstress. Is that where you like sew things, right?
Yeah.
So the wife of Greg Kinnear's character, comes to her and brings all the hats and asks her to put Bobby on the side of the hat in the name of Luke Wilson's character. She's reluctant to do it and thinks it's, whatever, hokey. Well, I don't know. She ends up doing it. Anyways, so he becomes like their mascot, their war cry, right? And they win all these games and they get to the I think the finals of the World Series. And his son is convinced if they keep winning and they win it all, his dad's going to get better. He's going to, beat it, just like they're going to beat everyone, right? So it comes down to the last inning, and they're down a run, and they tie it up, and there's a kid his son's on base, and the other kid hits the ball, and his son gets, told to run home, there's 2 outs. And he rounds third, and he's coming to home, and he slides in, and then there's this big, long, dramatic pause, and he gets called out. And 6 months later, his dad dies. I've given you a quick, brief synopsis of the movie, but I will tell you, it's like an hour and 30-minute movie. I probably sat here for an hour of it, crying, like tears, sobbing.
You're a bitch.
I'm not a bitch. I'm telling you, man, and I originally started out watching
Listen, there's a movie I cry at almost every time I see it.
If I would turn it on right now, I'd probably cry again.
Yeah.
But I started out watching it with my kids, and
Yeah.
they got told to go to bed because I started watching this right after the Daytona 500. Both the kids ended up in here. Like, even Lily came down. She's like, "What are you guys doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, we'll just watch a movie." So I turned that on, and I'm like, I hope this doesn't make me cry. And then Noah went upstairs to get chips, and Jamie heard him and was like, "You guys need to go to bed." So they all went to bed.
And then you started crying.
I continued to watch it, and then it got to where he found out he had cancer, and I just bawling.
It's okay for men to express their emotions and cry.
Yeah, but if you get a chance, people, watch it. You Gotta Believe on Netflix.
And down here in the comments, let us know if you cried.
Yeah, if you watch it and you cry, put it in the comments.
Like I said, there's a movie that I watch, and every time I see it, I cry.
What is it?
Gladiator.
You cried during Gladiator? I don't think I cried during that one. I cry a lot. I'm a crier.
At the end where he's dying.
Yeah, and he's walking through the field.
And he's doing the field thing. It's,
You just... Is it an ugly cry? Because I'll get ugly cry sometimes.
No, I don't. It's just stone cold face.
Get a little, like the Indian when people are
like,
literally.
my eyes water.
Yeah, there's dust in the air.
But there was just a reel on Facebook.
Okay, that made you cry?
No, it was a guy driving with his wife.
Is this the Chevy commercial that I cried about last year?
No,
man,
guy was driving with his
cry
wife
again.
And she's talking to him.
Yeah, he won't shut up.
It's in a foreign language.
Oh, well, you don't know what they're saying.
And then the guy goes, oh my God, oh yeah. It slams on the brakes, gets out of the car. And you see him running.
Okay.
And he finds the field.
No, he didn't.
And he's doing
He just found a field.
No, it's the
field.
Filming location.
Oh.
Of Gladiator.
And he did it.
In that scene, and he's walking through.
But did you cry?
No.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
You know another movie made me cry? A Dog's Purpose.
We have vastly different lives.
You ever watch A Dog's Purpose? I watched that with Lily.
No.
I cried.
You know what other movie made me cry?
Grease.
We Were Soldiers.
Okay, I can see that.
No, I mean, listen, there are movies like that elicit emotional responses. There's still movies out there. Like, I can't watch Black Hawk Down.
That's a tough one.
Like, I can't even watch it.
Can you imagine being those guys in that moment?
Well, there is a documentary on Netflix about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Megan wants to watch it, and I don't know if I can watch it. I can't watch the original movie. It doesn't make me cry. It pisses me off.
I get it.
It like, I don't know. It's just there's certain things that I don't feel Hollywood should profit off of.
Yeah, I mean, I
like that story.
Yeah,
you know that because can you imagine like what happened to the people who survived the crash.
Right.
Like they didn't meet a very pleasant demise.
Right.
I'd have dropped a fucking nuke on that village.
Yeah, I'll cry. I'm a
I
cry.
mean,
I'm a
I do
crier.
too. I do too. I mean, but it's not like a sobby weepy.
Oh,
Like I said, I feel my eyes start to
yeah,
well up.
well up. Yeah, that's it.
And then it's like a tear, and then I'll play it off. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, I'm tired. My eyes are watering because I'm tired. But yeah, if you get a chance, watch that movie, man. Get a little water on your cheeks. You know,
I've been in a Top Gear mode.
that doesn't make you cry.
No, Top Gear.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make you cry.
No.
Sometimes you just need a good cry.
I thought you said that we won this game.
This is happening right now. I don't know who wins this game.
I thought we were in the championship.
Yeah, because we have the most points. So yes, they're already in the championship game that gets played Thursday.
Oh, so regardless of what happens,
they have to wait and find out who plays them.
All right, we're watching USA versus
Sweden. So right now, Canada is in the driver's seat, but Sweden win this game, I think, will tie them in points with Canada.
Okay.
So yeah,
Canada, you're watching the Sweden.
If Canada wins their game, they'll be in it with them. But they might already play.
We were the only team with 2 wins.
Correct.
Nobody else had a legit win. The other 2 wins were overtime.
Wins. Yes. Maybe Canada already played today. I don't know. I don't. Maybe Canada already is in with them. But yeah, this game doesn't matter to the U.S. In fact, one of the Chuchucks isn't playing in this game. I can't remember which brother it is, but one of them's not. Actually, 2 guys for USA aren't playing, but one of them's Chuck. I think it's Brandon, whatever his name is. But
yeah. Okay.
Oh, you know what I can't do?
What can't you do?
Well, when we get to that, I can't play the music for Mount Rushmore.
No.
Because of the filter.
Yeah, it's all messed up.
So there's going to be no music for that.
I mean, we can do that now. Just get it out of the way.
No, I want to know what this unkillable soldier is.
So I saw this on...
is this interesting?
It's probably the greatest paragraph written about a man I've ever read.
And you have it memorized?
No. I'm going to look it up and read it.
Oh, well.
I heard about it. I was just scrolling through an old episode of Rogan.
Oh, okay.
Came on.
Should I put your voice in like a large room while you speak about this? You know? Just little...
Let me pull this up. Yeah,
Did you find it?
Yeah. I saw this on... don't do that.
You're in a large room now.
Am I like speaking to an auditorium?
Yes.
So I'm going to butcher it. Take it off.
Okay.
That's for should they. So I'm going to butcher this guy's name.
Oh, okay.
Sir Adrian Paul Gaslin Garton DeWart.
Okay.
He was an officer in the British Army, was awarded the Victoria Cross, the highest military decoration awarded for valor in the face of the enemy in various Commonwealth countries. He served in the Boer War, First and Second World War.
Oh, this is a minute ago.
He was shot in the face.
Oh my God.
Head, stomach, ankle, leg, hip, and ear, was blinded in his left eye, survived 2 plane crashes, tunneled out of a prisoner of war camp, tore off his own severely injured finger.
Wait, pause real quick. This is during his entirety of his military career?
Yes.
Or, okay, not just one war.
Yeah. So he survived 2 plane crashes, tunneled out of a prisoner of war camp, tore off his own severely injured fingers when a doctor declined to amputate them.
Fingers.
Yeah, plural.
This guy doesn't cry during movies.
Describing his experience in the First World War, he wrote, "Frankly, I had enjoyed the war."
This guy's sadistic. He's
Wait. He was awarded the Victoria Cross, the Knight Commander of the Order of the British Empire, Companion of the Order of the British of Bath, Companion of the Order of St. Michael and St. George, Distinguished Service Order. I can't even read these other ones. They're from France. And I don't know what they are.
wow. That's a man.
Yeah, the story of this dude. So in his memoirs, he said, "Governments may think and say as they like, but force cannot be eliminated. And it is the only real and unanswerable power." This dude, when they were reading off...
He had to look like RoboCop's body when he got done.
Well, you're talking about the First World War. There were no, like...
Well, I get it. I mean,
prosthetics.
Jeez.
Tell me that is not the most insane thing you've ever heard.
I'm just glad it was over his entirety of his career, not just one war.
Not just where he was injured, just surviving 2 plane crashes, tunneling out of a POW camp.
Ripping his own fingers off.
Blah.
You know? Getting shot in the face, the head.
So if you there's a song about him. If you
There's a song
just
about?
read about him. It's crazy. His story is crazy.
Is it Iron Man by Black Sabbath?
No, it's called The Unkillable Soldier.
That's the name of the song?
Yeah.
Wow. Is it in French?
No.
No. Is that French for no? No. Did you listen to the song?
I mean, I can't play it.
No, I know, but did you listen to it?
Yeah.
Oh, did you get down to it?
No.
Dr. Dre produce it?
No, Yeezy's not on there.
Yeezy. Okay.
Yeezy.
Yeezy there, guy.
Yeezy there.
Yeezy.
Yeezy and those Yeezys.
Yee?
Yee? Did you just yeet all over yourself?
Yeet.
I know. It's very interesting if you read the whole thing about him. I'm not going to sit here and
read
that all to you. I just wanted to read that first paragraph because it was insane.
He's a man.
Yeah, I was on an old, I don't know if it was an old episode, but one of Rogan's guests was talking about he had a man crush.
And that was his man crush?
Yeah.
Wow.
They got a new man crush. This is probably the greatest first paragraph of any Wikipedia I ever read.
Wow.
I thought it was pretty interesting.
What are we at there? An hour and what?
We are at 1:23.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, you had to pause once because you had to pee.
Yeah. It happens.
Now we're going to play Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
You spinner me.
What? I don't remember. Saints, Texans, Dolphins, Commanders. I think you spun first. I think I had the Commanders last week. I did. So you spin first.
I spin first.
Yes. You know, we were going to write all the teams down, put it in a hat, and we haven't done that yet.
Nope.
What we should do is put a wheel on the computer itself, and you know, we can take the teams off instead of...
we could do that.
Maybe at some point. I can't spell. It's fine.
It's fine. I mean, we got 40 minutes.
Yeah. So you're going to spin for you? The Baltimore Ravens. All right.
Remember, we count tight ends in this.
Oh, yeah. You know, I automatically think about running backs. We did it for so long. Quit hitting that. Okay. Well,
The Baltimore Ravens.
you know what's nice about this being on video now? You don't have to spin for me. I don't have to spin for you because we can trust
the process.
Yes, because it is being videoed. And I'm going to spin now. And I'm spinning. Is it spinning? Oh, okay. Well,
Who did you get?
The Seattle Seahawks.
That's Steve Largent.
And we'll see how this shakes out. I'm not Jimmy Graham.
You're going to beat me. Let me just break this down to you. 2 of my top 4 are tight ends.
2 of your top 4 are tight ends.
Yeah.
But that's fine because
you're going to beat me.
We added them in.
Well, you got to remember that a lot of the Ravens' history has been with Lamar Jackson, who is a running quarterback.
My top tight end is Jimmy Graham, but he's 17th on the list. There's a fullback
at Seahawks?
Yes. There's a fullback at 9th all-time, 86 to 93, John Williams.
Don't know who John Williams is, but that's a pretty common name.
Yeah. So you spun first, so you go first, my good friend. And those watching at home, when you watch this, put a comment down below. Who do you think won this week?
I'll load the first comment when I'm not winning this. This is bad. I thought, I thought, all right, my first one would be Derek Mason, 5,777 yards and 29 touchdowns.
Wait, how many yards?
5,777.
All right.
My number 2, Mark Andrews.
Okay.
5,530, 51 touchdowns. Then I got Todd Heap.
Okay.
5,492, 41 touchdowns. And my last would be, let's go with Torrey Smith. 3,591 yards, 30 touchdowns.
Okay. Well,
it's not even going to be close.
Okay. Well, I'll go with the guy that's ranked 6th all time, just to try to level the playing field a little bit.
No, I don't know. I don't want you. I want you.
Well, I'm still going to because I want to put him on my Mount Rushmore of Seattle Seahawks. I'm going to go with DK Metcalf with 6,324 yards, 48 touchdowns.
Your 6th is better than my first.
And then I'm going to go with Doug Baldwin with 6,563, 49 touchdowns. Tyler Lockett with 8,594 yards.
Steve Largent
with 61 touchdowns. And Steve Largent with 13,089 yards and 100 touchdowns.
Your number 1 equals like 3 of your guys.
And it's safe to say,
yeah, I think Seattle got this one.
Y'all don't need to go to the comments.
No.
Yeah.
No. God, they're terrible.
I will point out, though, that the person that has spun second has won every time so far. That's interesting.
Who won?
You won. I won. So I'm up 2-1.
Why aren't you putting like my team's down the right, your team's down the left?
Because I put who spins first. Is this bugging you?
You don't know.
No, I know that I spun.
Okay.
So next week I spin first.
Okay.
Quit hitting that with your hat.
I'm gonna make a blooper reel of you just smacking the shit out of it.
At least I don't have the springs on here and it doesn't because I was able to attach it back to the desk. Those of you who don't know, because you have never seen us.
Yeah, they don't know what we film on, where we film.
Yeah, I used to have this boom attached to a I-beam in the ceiling here, which you can't see, man. Up here.
Yeah, we're gonna fix it. I mean, we're gonna. This is gonna be better next week.
We already have this transition thing with this.
Yeah, we got to fix the music. We got
to get this.
We got to fix the camera angle. We may add a second one.
I get it. You want to have them available to your face.
No, I don't have to look at the camera while I talk. And
Well, see, now you're away
be
from the
like
mic
this.
though.
Exactly
you got to
my
be in
point.
front of the
It
mic.
needs to be in front of us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm good with where this mic is.
Well, I know you are.
Yeah.
Showing that gray streak down the center of your beard. You know what that's from, right?
Genetics.
No.
Something with peroxide in your system.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. We spent like 2 hours trying to get this up and running tonight before we actually recorded.
Yeah.
And from where we were when I got here to where we are now, I think we made tremendous strides.
Yeah.
We didn't have a transition.
Which we didn't really go into this,
No.
and we have time to just talk about stupid stuff nobody's going to watch. We tried to go dirty. Tried to just use the software that comes with the camera.
Yeah.
Which doesn't allow you to do a bunch of different stuff.
No, it shocked me. I thought you would be able to do a little bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that would be okay if we can get the logo on.
Right. But what we found was the picture looked better on it, but the sound was picking up everything. The furnace would kick on, you would hear it. So we went to this other software called OBS, which a friend of ours uses to stream on Twitch. And it's very cumbersome. It's an actual like studio thing. And at some point, if we ever figure it out, we can edit in it and all that crap. So we go to that and we get the sound. We do a recording and the sound sounds even worse. It is picking up stuff without even the furnace running. It's just like, whoa, right behind us. So we figure that out. And then we go to play the intro music and it sounds like it's going in and out as it's playing.
Yeah, it sounds bad.
And it only does it with the stuff that I recorded on these pads on the soundboard. It doesn't do it with the stuff that was preloaded. So I don't know. We have more work to do to figure it out. But we had to mess with the video settings to make sure we didn't look choppy. We fixed that. We fixed the sound so you didn't hear all the background noise. But we couldn't get the intro music. And you were able to make this other screen with the transition. I mean, I kind of helped. I said make another scene, right? And here we are.
It's just forward from here, guy.
I mean, Hainsey beat us. Beat me. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's right.
But,
Listen, I wanted to do this like a year ago.
We had a little bit of video quality. I don't know. What do you want to call this? Production to this?
Yeah, we have a little production value with the slideshow and the fading in and out. And
even on the pause.
Yeah, even on the pause.
Yeah. I mean, obviously we still have to hit stop recording and then upload it, and then maybe that'll be another problem and it won't even upload and nobody will ever hear this. We've been down that road. But I mean,
don't jinx it.
I mean,
why would you say that now?
We've already tested it though. We know we can upload. We know we can.
It's going to take 7 hours.
It might. That copyright check might take
all them.
What?
That right there, copyright check.
No, because this was in the shot and it came back fine. And I Googled this. It's fine to wear
copyright
things. Check. Okay. No, I mean, this isn't copyright, but we own it.
It is, technically.
I mean, in a way, I have the receipt.
Yeah.
In an email. Yes.
Look at this glorious planet.
I don't know. This is kind of a different dynamic to this.
I think it could be better though. I mean, it's pretty rough. But it's okay. We got the backdrop for this, but you can't see it because my big ass head is in the way.
If anybody goes back and listens to episode 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever, you can see a progression within what we've done. So I think the sky's the limit. We can only get better from here, right? And you can't succeed unless you try, right?
That's right.
And we're trying.
I wanted to try a long time ago.
Well, here we are. And
finally on the tubes of you.
So now that's the end of season 2. I'm just kidding.
I mean, listen, you want to start season 3, we'll start season 3.
So this could be season 3 now. You announced it as episode 20. What do we end at 43 on season 1?
I don't know. It's a weird ass number.
I mean, it's all based off a joke from my brother, and then how do you know the season's over? Yeah.
So season 1 went 43 episodes. Season 2 went 19. We were cut short by the Hollywood strike.
We don't have to do that.
No.
You know what's going to be weird though is like the people that don't watch the video version of this, quit hitting that with your hat, and they just listen like the audio file. It's going to be a little weird because we're talking about things happening visually.
Yeah, well,
to an extent,
that's all right. They probably
like Paul
they do the same thing.
Paul Skeen's right there, right there's.
They do the same thing when they listen to like Rogan and stuff.
I guess, yeah.
Or books on tape, or just the movie audios of movies.
True. I mean, I put up that little short clip of me talking that sounded like like you were watching Godzilla, but if you
Godzilla,
if you shut off your screen to your phone, you can still just listen as it's audio in Spotify. It still uploads to iHeart.
Well, we fixed the lag on the audio though.
Yes, but just intensive purposes. If you're gonna just listen to us on an audio aspect, you can still do it on Spotify. Yeah. This is me plugging our socials.
Keep going. There's more.
And if you listen on iHeart or Amazon Music, it plays as an audio file still. And here now we're going to be on the Tubes of You.
Yeah, you can always check out our Facebook page for upcoming news.
Right. We have a TikTok. I don't use it really too much anymore.
Well,
I post stuff at least weekly on the Facebook page. At least
maybe let's cut a promo for the video.
We could now. We can do whatever we want.
Not now. I mean, it's getting late.
No, I don't want to do it now. Yeah. I'm just saying we have opened up our media world.
Oh, one thing I did want to add for those waiting on hats and shirts.
Oh yeah, my brother was just asking me about this.
Well, get his sizes and text them to me.
Okay.
Because I got the sizes I need. And then...
Oh, so it's on me now.
No.
Oh.
It's probably going to be end of March, beginning of April.
Okay.
So, because we got to get Hainsey, your brother.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much everybody.
Hainsey's got merch now.
Yeah.
He's got a fancy flag, too, that hangs up.
Sounds like somebody is riding our coattails.
I wouldn't say it that way. We're all part of a nation.
We are?
The nation of domination. What?
What?
The nation of domination.
We are the nation.
Yeah. Damn. You know?
Sorry about your damn luck.
Yeah.
People probably don't know what that is.
It's fine.
Yeah, Hainsey was the first one to do this, and it pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you think we should go back into talking wrestling now that we're going on the Tubes of You?
I mean, we could. I mean, there's going to be. It's that time of year.
Yeah,
it's that time of year.
We're looking for filler.
Have to fill.
Which is crazy.
Really, the only thing going on right now is hockey and basketball.
Ugh.
Baseball's starting, but it's not starting.
The pitchers and catchers there.
Yeah, they reported. They're in Bradenton, Florida.
Yeah, I get a sneeze.
Oh, my God. No, don't do it. It's snot all over the place.
I'm holding it in.
I have a friend that goes down every year, and I just live vicariously through her Facebook page.
Spring training?
Yeah.
My brother and dad went one year. My dad got me Spanky Lavalier's autograph. And Sean Rodriguez.
The amount of autographs.
And Clint Hurdle.
My friend's daughter probably had. I mean, they are like literally starting Marte.
Yeah.
Still, like when he visits Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Like still looks for them in the crowd.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. My dad, and my brother went down there, my dad had just had hip surgery, had his hip replaced. He was on the mend. And Clint Hurdle had also had hip surgery. So when my dad met him, they talked about their hips.
Their hips.
Yeah.
They bonded over hip surgery.
They bonded over their hip surgery. Yeah.
I mean, that's always good.
Yeah. But I'd like to get down there at some point for
spring training.
Yeah. The place my parents have isn't terribly far from Bradenton. It's an hour's drive, if that. But right now there's still a whole lot going on with the hurricane fixing upping and all that. So it's a mess. They're home for the winter and they hate it. Well, my mom definitely does because she can't stand the cold. And they're here. Like I said, I seen them yesterday for the Daytona 500. It's the first time I watched the Daytona 500 with my parents in 6 years, something like that. So that was kind of neat. Although we only watched 12 laps and a rain delay happened, and we sat there and talked for a little bit, and then we ended up leaving. But it was still nice to spend some time with them. Okay.
I was just trying to find the Marte pictures.
Oh.
But there's 2.5 million photos on this. So
That's what people do. They take
I
pictures. No, you don't. Nope, you don't.
Huh.
Oh, who's that? I can't see. Sterling Marte?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
And her daughter.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, there he is in a Mets shirt or yep. Mets like warm up stuff.
Yeah, like they had season tickets behind him.
Okay.
When he played for Pirates.
Okay.
And
that's pretty cool, dude.
She's a massive Pirates fan.
Yeah.
So they all know her. They sit like behind first base or whatever.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
But yeah, I know that like Marte's got like a nice little bond with them. So anytime he's in town, still, which I think is pretty cool. I like Starling Marte. I wish he'd still play for Pirates.
Well, he's up there in age now.
Well, yeah, now. Well, so is McCutcheon.
Fair. So is Tommy Pham that we just brought in.
So is Paul Skeens. Some are saying there's a sophomore slump on the horizon.
Oh my God! You know what? No.
I don't think so.
Oh.
No, did you see?
Thought you were trying to get under my skin.
No, did you see what he said? He's bringing new pitches with him this year.
Oh, okay. I'm behind that. And he says he's going to pitch more than 200 innings too.
Listen, I'd let him throw 300.
I think
after this contract, he ain't going to be a Pirate, so you might as well use that arm where you got it.
I think he threw like 170-ish last year, something like that.
I heard he shut himself down.
I don't know.
Should have been up from opening day.
You want a Paul Skeens rookie card?
Do you have one I don't have?
I have a bunch.
Did you get any more out of those packs?
No.
Well, they're not rookies.
Oh, no. Second year, yeah, I got a couple. Yeah. But,
do I want a Paul Skeens rookie card?
I mean, I was telling you, not that anybody out there cares, but Noah and I pulled this Jackson Holiday.
Did you get a Paul Skeens rookie card out of there, too?
No. We pulled this Jackson Holiday All-Star Game foil out of a $6, they call them pharmacy boxes. If you go to Walgreens, there's these $6 boxes that are just repack cards. And there's usually just garbage in them. And we pulled a frickin' rookie card of Jackson Holiday out of it.
Oh.
And it's an insert card.
So.
Speaking
of the WNBA, because it's on TV right now, commercial.
I didn't know we were speaking about it.
Kelsey Plum.
Never heard of her.
Well, she's one of the
top.
Yeah, players.
Yeah.
Came out and said that this year that they were going to negotiate to have, they want not the same amount of money that the men make.
Yeah.
They want the same amount of profit sharing, revenue sharing.
That's fair.
It is.
Yeah.
You want to know what that would end up being?
What is it?
Every WNBA player would owe the league $83,000.
Then you don't want that.
Because they lost $12 million last year.
Yeah, you don't want that.
So they lost $12 million on the back of Caitlin Clark.
That's crazy because they had like an uptick.
Well, that might have been the year prior. I don't know if
was.
they have numbers for last year. But yeah, the year prior, they lost $12 million. So if you want profit sharing, you can pay your team back $83,000.
It's amazing they keep that league going when they're just...
The WNBA subsidizes it.
Oh. I don't know what that means.
They give them like $50 million a year.
Oh, okay.
To help pay. Basically, the NBA pays for everything but the player salaries.
Okay.
They pay the coaches' salaries, staff salaries, travel arrangements,
Yeah.
buses, everything.
Yeah.
And then the WNBA plays the player salaries.
So Canada played earlier, and it obviously looks like they probably won this game.
Yeah, it said USA is going to play Canada.
Okay, I didn't see it.
I don't think we're going to win that one.
I don't know. We'll see. It's still kind of weird that Crosby.
This is like a super team on the ice.
No, I agree, but USA shut him down last game. But it's still weird that Crosby missed last two games before this started with a wrist, shoulder, elbow injury, and then he goes here and plays.
Maybe that was his intention. I'm going to sit out these two so I can go play for Canada.
Yeah. But at least he's playing. It's not really, I guess you can say it's meaningful hockey. It's important to these guys because they're playing for their country. But he hasn't done that in several years now in Pittsburgh. And he's playing with great talent, obviously, and he doesn't do that too much in Pittsburgh. So he's got a goal and assist in this game. Canada is now 27-1 in the 28 games Crosby has played for them. The other day was his first loss. Well, Canada's first loss with him in the lineup. They were 26-0 prior to that game.
All right.
All right.
Well, we got a big transition here at the end.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. We're just going to say goodbye and we're on the cameras.
What do you want to say?
I don't have anything cooked up for anybody.
I mean, it's different now. You got to look them in the eye.
I'm not going to say anything. Yeah. No.
Well, this is going to bring our first episode on the YouTubes to a close.
Make sure you hit like and subscribe.
Yes, like and subscribe.
We're at like 25 subscribers.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how much traction this gets. As we move along with this project, and we've said this from the get-go, I mean, from episode 1.
Yeah.
We're in this for the long haul, so it's not just something we're going to get better.
We have just talked about, we progressed.
And we're going to progress still from here.
Yes.
I mean, there's a special desk I want to buy. I think it would be so sweet.
Yeah.
How cool would it be?
It would be cool.
I mean, that's a pretty legit desk too. But we'll see what happens. This summer we do have some plans to maybe tinker around in here a little bit.
Maybe. I have bigger plans for the future too.
Yeah. Maybe a card shop.
Yeah. The lounge.
I mean, I still think it's good.
I think it's a great idea. Have a podcast studio, a place for everybody to hang out, watch sporting events, play video games.
You would never be home. At least you're home. You mean a place I can drink, do a podcast, watch sports, play video games?
Yeah, we'll just put some cots in over there.
I mean,
never leave. We're all going to be roomies.
Yeah, so I know the angle of this is kind of jacked up for me anyways. You saw a lot of this because I'm talking to JR. We'll fix that camera angle next time. This was just kind of put together so we can get this out there. Play with the audio, figure out a little bit of the editing.
I'm just impressed we did what we did.
Yeah, I think we did a lot today. I mean, we put in like 5 hours.
Yeah.
So,
and we recorded pretty quickly.
One
One pause.